received a request to explore the idea of a Dorian key. I touched on this in one of the noir videos, and I'm happy to go over some of the ideas here. My thinking on these modal things is pretty simple, and that is we want to look at what, in this case, say A minor. How is it Dorian? Well, it's Dorian because it's the 2 chord in the key of 1 sharp or the key of G. And this is a lot of why throughout all of my videos you'll hear me say key of 1 sharp or key of 2 sharps, because we don't necessarily know that we're in the key of G major if we're in the key of 1 sharp. We could just as easily be, say, in a film score in the key of A Dorian. So one way to do it is we're going to hang a bass note. In this case, it's always going to be A. And this A is going to flavor and determine what all these other harmonies sound like. Now on their own, if I play these all just sound like bright, kind of major chord family sounds. If I put A underneath them all, notice they never sound quite resolved. There's always a draw towards A as the resolution point. So what would distinguish, in this case, A Dorian? So if we're looking at the key of 1 sharp, it means that from the note A, we're going to have a whole step to B. So a natural 2 or natural 9 means we're going to have a flat 3. So indeed, Dorian is a minor sound. We're going to have a natural 4, natural 5, and then the bright raised 6 or major 6 that makes Dorian sound different than other keys is this natural 6, F sharp. In the GIT seminar video that Ted Green does, right away he plays this kind of Dorian sound, and then he contrasts it with what would be Aeolian, a flat 6. And I'll get into this in a second, but we're going to stick with A Dorian for a second. So how about open 5, then 4th string 10th fret, 3rd string 9, 2nd string 10th fret. We could even have 8th fret of the 1st string, so C, E, A, C. I'm dropping that C down to B for a little more spice. How about this then? How about C, E, F sharp over A? So we could nail it down and say what kind of an A minor this is, but I try not to get that complicated. I'm just thinking members of the G major or 1 sharp family over the base of A. So if we look at diatonic triads, so you could have G over A. Notice this really sounds unresolved. A minor, this sounds pretty locked in. You'd have B minor. Again, it wants to draw down to A minor. You could have C major over A. How about D major over A? Now there I hit C sharp and lurched us into A major for a second. It really disrupts the mood. You do hear film scores though where they're alternating between, say, so I just pulled out of the Dorian key we were in into some kind of a harmonic minor probably with E7, leading back to A minor. So that means all the sixths that you know over the bass of A sound like A Dorian. I'm just going to use third and first strings. Fourth and third fret, 5 and 5, 7, 7, 9 and 8, 11 and 10, 12 and 12, B and G, C, A, D, B, E, C, F sharp, D, G, E. You could have A and F sharp up here. Now you might say, how would we make all these things sound like Aeolian? Well, you could make them into A Aeolian, but that means we'd be switching keys pretty drastically. We could make them into E Aeolian just by playing the same stuff over the bass of E. So now those same chords have a different gravity because G triad over E, A minor, B minor, C. I hear this in film scores a lot, where they'll switch between. So here's A Dorian. I'm just playing sixths in the key. If I put E in the bass, it sounds like E Aeolian. Back to A. I always find the most fascinating part of any key is where the half steps are. So over A, B and C is a half step, and F sharp and G. Now there, if I go out, it really disrupts the mood right away. Here's A major. I'm just playing the chords in the key of 3 sharps over bass of A. So E triads, D triads, A major, E, D. So I guess for this modal thing, one thing you want to make sure you have are all of your basic triads on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings particularly, because that gives us a leeway to move above on the 1st string and also leads us to the 5th string pretty easily if we want to go there. So I'll wrap this up here. I hope this has opened a few musical doors and that you get a chance to really explore these sounds. It's a really contemplative, meditative kind of thing to just stay in a key for a while. I hope this finds you well and enjoying your music, and I wish you, as always, a very, very good day.